Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a creative writing blog. These are the steps that we're going to take and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. I'm going to show you and tell you what a creative writing blog is. I'm going to show you and tell you how to pick a niche and why you need to niche down in the very beginning. Also, I'm going to walk you through the steps of getting web hosting. I'm also going to quickly explain what web hosting is and why you need it for your website. After that, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress and why we need WordPress, how to get a free and premium WordPress theme. After that, we're going to talk about the changes you absolutely have to make so that your website gets seen by anyone except for you, your friends, and your family, and how to start writing. You should be familiar with writing because you're going to start a writing blog, but I just want to offer some assistance there as well. After that, we're going to talk about some different ways that you can make money, why you need to share your content on social media and where to share it in the beginning, about how many blog posts you should write in the beginning, and then the 3 links that we are going to cover are going to be discussed throughout this video here. So definitely check them out because they're all designed to help you. First things first, what is a creative writing blog? A creative writing blog is basically you just blogging about different aspects of creative writing. You could be talking about, drama, different genres. You can be talking about writing short stories, maybe developing characters, talking about grammar within short stories within your creative blog. Whatever it is, you need to pick an aspect, pick a niche, and write consistently about it. So here's an example of a website that I found that covers creative writing. We're looking at the writepractice.com, and what they've done is they're just creating content to help people write better and write faster. And that can be something that you do as well. There's a lot of information on this website to help people write better in the creative writing space. As you can see, they have different blog ideas. They have different content really to help you or help the future inspiring writers write better. And you could basically do the same thing. So whatever it is, I think that you absolutely have to pick a niche and niche down. Now the writing space is going to be extremely competitive. And so what you should do is you should take one aspect of creative writing and focus on it in the very beginning. What we can do is we can take a look at this website here and we can take a look and see some of the topics that they're writing on. Now I'm using a keyword research tool called Ahrefs. You don't have to use it, but you can use this to help you get an idea of what's out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at their keywords. And when we click on that, as you can see, these are some of the things that they're writing on. Now, a lot of this is going to be very difficult for a new website or a new blogger to get some traction in, because if you look at the keyword difficulty, it's on a scale between 0 and 100. The closer you get to 100, the more difficult it's going to be. Some of these are going to be really competitive for a brand new website. What I want to do is I want to change the keyword difficulty to 10 or less, and then we're going to see what they rank for here. So if we look, they are writing on memoir ideas, character portrait. These are all different things that you could potentially write on as well. If we scroll through, these are all really good aspects of creative writing that you could focus on and get some traction. In the very beginning, because you don't have domain authority, no one really knows anything about your blog, it's going to be kind of challenging to build a successful website unless you start writing on keywords that have a very low difficulty score. So that is what a creative writing blog is, and that's why you need to niche down the very beginning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy memoir writing prompts. I'm going to copy this like that. I'm going to go back up to the Keywords Explorer. I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to just remove prompts, hit enter, memoir writing. You can see the keyword difficulty for memoir writing is 42. That's going to be fairly difficult, but if we look at the matching terms, we're going to see that there's a lot of green. There's 5.4 thousand monthly searches. There's 2,000 keywords, so there's a lot to write on. And the green means it would be pretty good for you to write, a pretty good place to start as a brand new blogger. You can see writing a memoir is going to be slightly more difficult, but you can build up to that by writing on some of these other topics and then building domain authority and building credibility. So teaching memoir writing could be a good place to start. You probably want to target something that has volume of at least 100, but you can see this could be a good place to start. So let's jump back over to our slide deck here. We talked about what is creative writing. We picked a niche, we've niched down. Now we need to get web hosting. Now, in order for your website to be seen across the globe, you need to host your website on a server. and you're going to work with a web hosting company. It's the first link in the description. You are going to rent a server or hard drive space from them so that your website can be seen. Without it being on a server, your website won't be seen by anybody. So what you'll do is you'll click the first link in the description, you'll get web hosting, and you'll also get a domain name for free for the first year. Now I'm actually going to walk you through the entire process of getting a domain name and web hosting right now. It takes less than 10 minutes, but this is absolutely critical for your website to be seen on the internet by anyone. So right now I'm just going to show you how to do that step by step. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do wanna note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click Get Started right here on the left-hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here, and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on Log In to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click Log In, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now you've installed WordPress. That's the content management system that we're going to use. It's actually going to help us write much faster. We won't have to worry about actual, HTML and some of the other stuff that's required in traditional old school blogging and writing. We've installed a free WordPress theme. I'm actually going to show you how to install a premium WordPress theme and why you may want to do that right now. We've made some changes that were actually going to help your website be seen by the masses. So right now you have a free WordPress theme. That theme is okay. It's pretty boring. It's pretty bland. What I think you should do is click the second link in the description and get a premium WordPress theme. Now, the reason why you want a premium WordPress theme is it's going to add additional features and functionality. For example, maybe you have a countdown timer that you want people to be aware of. Maybe there's an event or a writing conference that is coming up and you want a countdown timer. There are tons of WordPress themes, premium WordPress themes, when you click that second link in the description. What we're going to do is when you click that link, I'm just going to type in writing. All right, so I typed in writing, and you can see these are all the different WordPress themes that you could potentially buy to help your website look a little bit better. When you buy these WordPress themes, it's going to change the look and feel. Again, it's going to add additional features and functionality. What you will want to do is spend a couple minutes and find one that is going to, that you like, that you feel comfortable looking at over a long period of time. So once you find one that you like, you are simply going to click on this button and add it to the cart. When you add it to the cart, you're going to check out and buy the premium WordPress theme. Once you pay for the theme, you are going to download a zip folder to your computer. The first thing you want to do is you want to unpack that zip folder, and there's going to be a second zip folder. We're going to take that zip folder and we're actually going to put it into your WordPress site. All right, so what you're going to do is you are going to go over to Appearance. You're going to click on Themes. And when you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New. And when you click on Add New, you are simply going to click on Upload Theme, and then you're going to drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can manually find it by clicking Choose File. Regardless of what you do, you're going to click on Install Now, and then you're going to click on Activate, and then you're going to have a brand new WordPress theme. And just to show you, so this is an example of a WordPress theme. And as you can see, this is an additional feature of how those numbers change like that. That's additional features. These are all different features and functionality. That's why I think it's really important for you to go ahead and get a WordPress theme right away. So after we do that, let's jump back over to our slide deck. Now we need to start writing. And two questions that I get all the time. how long should my blog post be, and how do I start writing? And to start writing, what we want to do is we want to go over to posts, click on all posts, and then click on add new. And when we click on add new, we are going to put in the title as our keyword that we found in the previous step. Now, the previous step we found memoir. All right, so our keyword is memoir writing prompts, okay? And the reason why we want this to be our title is because people are going to the internet and they're typing it in exactly this format. And so what we're doing, and our goal is to create content that is found organically in search results, and this is one of the steps that we need to do. We are trying to make our website for search engine optimization, optimized for search. And so what we're going to do is we're just simply going to do memoir writing prompts, and then we can add something a little clickbaity to get our customer, our audience to click on our link. Everything you need to know, okay? And we'll get these words spelled correctly. And then, as I mentioned, two biggest questions I get is how long should my blog post be, and how do I start writing? Now, your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. If you can answer a question in 1,000 words, that's how long it should be. If it requires 4,000 words, then that's how long it should be. And one way to figure out exactly how long your blog post should be is you should go look at what your competitors are doing. So we're going to paste in memoir writing prompts. And if we click on this here, and we're just going to highlight this, and this is probably only about 700 words. So we're going to right click this word counter, and okay, 611 words. And what you'd probably want to do is you'd probably want to answer this question with about 1,000 words. For example, what you can do is you can skim these articles and figure out what they didn't cover. What are some of the things that they didn't talk about? Maybe you could spend more time going into more in depth with regard to these writing prompts, but make your blog post a little bit longer than what is already on the market and make it better. And one thing that I like to do to help me make my content better and longer is I like to spend a couple minutes just doing who, what, when, where, why, and how. Now, as you know, this was writing prompts that we did back in elementary school, but this can help you develop your ideas. So what I do is I like to say, I like to ask each of these questions with regard to my keyword. So when should I use a memoir writing prompt? That could be a question that you're asking. So what I like to do is take about 10 or 15 minutes and ask myself a bunch of these questions. So where to find memoir writing prompt examples. And like I said, I like to take about 10 or 15 minutes before I actually start writing to kind of flush out the idea. This is going to help you write faster. This is going to help you write longer and write better, because the goal of all of your blog posts is simply to answer your audience or your customer's question. Your customer has a question about memoir writing prompts, and you want to make sure that you answer it completely so that they don't have to go back to the internet and search, and you could potentially make money. And so you're just going to spend 10 or 15 minutes how to find memoir writing prompts, or how to create your own. And again, you're just going to use these to help you spur different ideas. And as you know, when it comes to writing, you don't want to skip over bad ideas. You're going to write everything down, and then you're only going to keep what you like or what's actually going to help you. And when you do that, you're simply going to turn these into H2s. We're going to go to heading, and as you can see, this is an H2. This one right here is an H1. There should only be one H1 in each blog post, but you can have as many H2s as you like. Go through, answer the question. And once you're done, you're going to click on publish, and then that blog post is going to be alive for the world to read and react to. Now that we can jump back there, we've started writing. The next step is to figure out how to make money. Now, ultimately, one of the goals of starting a blog is to make money, and there are a number of ways to do it. If we go back over to this website, it doesn't look like this website's actually doing it, but one of the best ways, one of the easiest ways to make money is simply to have ads placed right on their website. And you can use a website like Google AdSense. And Google AdSense is an ad network where they'll automatically place ads right on your website. Now, when you start with Google Ads, you're going to get paid pennies on the dollar. You're not going to make a lot of money, but once you start getting significant traffic, let's say you get 50,000 page views per month, you can start using premium ad networks like Ezoic, Mediavine, and Media.net. You'll have to reach out to them and work with them individually, but that's going to be an opportunity. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products or services. When someone clicks on your affiliate link and they buy the product, you get paid a commission. Now, affiliate marketing works like this. You find a company that is congruent or in line with whatever your blog or website's about. You apply to join their affiliate program and you get special URLs called affiliate links. You'll place those affiliate links right on your website, and when people click those links and buy, you get paid a commission. Now, it's very important that when you start affiliate marketing, you have to find products that are in line or congruent with your audience. For example, you have to think, what are some of the things that writers will want? Maybe they want special pens. Maybe they want an old school typewriter, or there's a special keyboard. Think about some of those things that you as a writer that will help you write better, help you achieve your objective. You will not make money if you are promoting things that aren't in line or congruent with your audience. For example, if we're giving out writing tips, it would not make sense for you to promote basketballs. Very few people are going to be both interested in writing tips and basketballs at this point, so you will not make money. Another way that you can make money, if we go back here to this main website, is you can see they're selling their own products. Right here, you can sell your own digital or physical products. And what you can do is you can find different plugins. That's outside the scope of this video, but you can find different plugins and you can actually sell products right from your website. There's a lot of opportunity right there as well. But there are at least 5 different ways that you can make money from your website. All right, so we go back over here. Now, you want to make sure that you are sharing your content on social media in the very beginning. The reason being is you have zero domain authority. Nobody knows you. Google doesn't like your content, doesn't trust your content yet. And so what you'd want to do, and what I recommend that you do, is go out and find relevant places to share your content. Find different forum sites that are interested in creative writing or writing in general. Find different YouTube channels, find Facebook groups, find TikTok, Instagram, find places where people are already interested in writing and creative writing, and share your content there. Now, make sure that you can and you're approved to share your content. You don't want to just spam your affiliate links, or spam your links, but go out, share it, and show Google that you can get your own traffic and people are trusting your content and like your content, and then it'll actually work a little bit faster. And then the final question that I always get is about how many blog posts should I write before I determine if my website is a success or failure. In my opinion, I think writing 50 blog posts is a good place to start. The reason being is while 50 may feel like a lot, there are millions and billions of websites and blog posts being uploaded every single day. And again, you want to show Google that you are serious about writing, and writing 50 blog posts sets yourself apart from a huge segment of the population. Some people don't get past 10. Even more people don't get past 25. But if you can write 50 blog posts in a singular area, it's going to help you start ranking for multiple keywords. It's going to show that you are an authority in your area, and you can start making some money. So I think 50 is a good place. Either write every day for 50 days or write every other day for 100 days, and you're going to start seeing some sort of traction if you follow these steps. Now, be sure to click the 3 links in the description, because they're going to help you. A, they're going to help you get web hosting. B, it's going to help you get a premium WordPress theme. And then C, you can actually learn how to make money with your website. So be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video helped you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.